Well, I guess I have to start again. This is kind of crazy. I went to let Emma out to go to the bathroom and then accidentally shut this one down. So now we have 3 videos for this. Oh well, that's okay. All right, let us do this. I'm going to try this one. So this one is going to be very similar to this one. Number 3 is going to be similar to number 2. The difference is we need to pull this apart and see if we can figure out what the different shapes are so we can figure out the area. So for this, I can tell that this is going to be a tent, right? It's going to be a triangular prism. So for that, we're going to have the bottom, the 2 sides, and the ends, which are triangles. So in this case, our bottom is going to be 25 is the long side, and 10 is the short side. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this side and then our 2 triangles, which are 10 inches here by 8 inches high. So, all right, so we'll have 25 times 10. That's a pretty good one, pretty easy one to do. We know that whenever we multiply a number by 10, we take that number and we add a 0 at the end. So 250 is our new number. So we have 250 here, 250 here, and 250 here. Right. So now we're left with the triangles. So our triangles are half of the base times the height. So I'm going to come over here just for room. I'm going to say half of the base times the height. Half of our base, half of 10 times 8 is what we're looking at. So half of 10 is 5. We can do it that way. Or we could take half of 8, which is 4. It doesn't really matter either which way, but we know that. We're going to come over here. 5 times 8 is 40. So these 2 triangles are each 40. Okay, so now we're looking at 3 groups of 250. So 3 times 250 plus 2 groups of 40. And my dogs are not helping in the background. That's Emma and Jake fighting because they can. All right. So 3 times 250. That one I'm going to get my calculator out for. So I'm going to go ahead and figure that out. I know that it's like working with $2.50. So 3 times 250 equals, okay, can you guess? I found it is 750 plus 2 times 40. I know 2 times 4 is 8, so I'm going to say this is 80. So now I need to know what 750 plus 80 is, and so I'm going to use my calculator, and I find that my total surface area, and because they give us 0 space in here, I'm going to write it right here. My total surface area is 830 square inches. Okay, so that one was that one's a little tough, but you can take what we did for this one and apply it to number 2 as well. Okay, you can also draw this one out and apply it to number, like you did with number 1. This is going to have 4 of these sides. And if you draw it, you can maybe see it easier. And 2 of these shorter sides. Okay, so the same thing with this one. These are all going to be 3 feet. It is a square, so all sides will be 3 feet. So you can just use that information for each and every one of these. And similarly to how we did number 1 on our practice page. So this one is like number 1 on practice. This one is pretty similar as well. So I will do one more triangle and then I'm going to leave this one to you guys. So remember, it's going to be this one here. All right. This has a different different area than this. And although this is really confusing, I'm going to say that there's going to be 2 of these. So this one here and then this one back here. Okay. There's going to be 2 of these as well. So maybe we should just work this one out. So let's say this. We're going to have 2 sides at 4.5 feet by 2 feet. And plus we're going to have 2 sides at 5 feet by 2 feet. And we're going to have this side here, which is going to be 5 by 4.5. So 2 sides at 5 feet times 4.5 feet. And once we add all of those things up, then we're going to get our surface area for that. Okay. This one is going to be the last one that I will work with you guys. It is a square. So remember 18 by 18. So we're going to have 1 of those. And then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. So our 4 is going to be at half of 18 times 30. And I'm going to leave it at that. And you guys see if you can figure it out. Okay. So, whoops. Uh-oh. This, oh dear. There we go. Sorry. This is your work for tonight. And I will revisit this tomorrow and supply you with the answers, and we'll go over the error analysis. Have a great night, you guys.